violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Aspiring young pilot was given an up-close look at what her future could be like when her flight arrived in LA Saturday.
I'll slide this forward. Now you can go ahead and move it all you want.
Wow. This is amazing, man. See how nice these gliders are, man. They let this little black girl get in the cockpit and act like she's driving the plane. Give her some inspiration. Give her some hope as to becoming a pilot herself, you know. It's crazy how nice these Delta glider pilots are. It really is.
That's why look at Daddy. Oh my God, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow.
You're a professional, I can tell.
Oh, thank you.
And you see the family is appreciative of what this pilot did. This is just, you know, a awesome act of kindness to send inspiration throughout this girl's life. You know, and I wanted to show this picture because the story that we have coming up is a total contradiction to I guess how the employees of Delta are viewed in America.
The Seattle dad you can hear in the background says his daughter Asma loves airplanes. Whenever they're outside, she looks up to find the planes in the sky. So when they flew to LA from Seattle, he asked the pilot if she could take a look inside of the cockpit. Captain Eric of Delta Airlines not only showed her around, he even made her the pilot, you can see there. Asma's dad says he was overwhelmed by the captain's generosity.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this sun violence in the streets. I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
I've been flying with Delta forever. That's like who I exclusively fly with.
Camille Henderson said that's all changed after her most recent trip with Delta Airlines. She and her boyfriend were heading to Atlanta, a major Delta.
Damn. I mean, she pretty fine. She got a nice top there. Yeah, I mean, looks like her boyfriend is a burrito citizen. Yeah, I mean, so I don't really know if she can really call racism on this one, which we all know that's what she's about to do. But I mean, Shorty is damn near white, and your boyfriend is white, so y'all are definitely gonna have some white kids. Okay, they're gonna be very light-skinned, which is nothing wrong with that, all right? But to call racism in this is just, before the video even started, I know it's just gonna be disingenuous as hell.
The hub to visit family.
My mom lives there, and I went to go visit her and her sisters who has some kids.
On Camille's return flight on February 3rd, a game of musical chairs in the air. She was seated in row 15 in the window seat at takeoff, but by the end of the flight, she was sitting in row 34. She said the two women seated next to her in the middle and aisle seats were upset about their seat assignment.
They felt like they were ticketed first class seats, but they couldn't provide the ticket.
After the complaints went on for more than an hour into the flight, Camille started recording part of that exchange.
Unfortunately, all my first class seats are occupied.
Or what? They're occupied.
They're occupied.
Camille says that was a
So that's fault on Delta's part. You know, don't overbook seats that you can't guarantee. So I'll give her that. You know, clerical error at best. But you know, people are booking flights online. You get to choose your seats and whatnot. So some of these things that they mess up because people book flights from all these different websites. They'll book flights from Expedia. They'll book flights from Kiwi. They'll book flights from Travelocity, all different sites, a travel agent. So you can have a lot of confusion. You know, I actually had a flight, you know, maybe a few months ago, and they were overbooked and we had to reschedule the flight because they said either you can go on without your buddies and whatnot, or you can buy a later ticket. And I just bought a later ticket because we all wanted to fly together. So it happens sometimes.
Delta flight attendant speaking with those two passengers next to her. Eventually, the flight attendant proposed a solution to get the women more space, but Camille would have to move.
Are you by yourself?
Yeah.
There's a seat back there at 34, but they'll give you all more space.
I don't want to make...
Whoa. And the guy who was talking to her, it didn't sound like he was a white guy. Honestly, like, I mean, seriously, his voice definitely sounded black. Now, I'm not trying to mis-race this guy, if that's a term, but it didn't sound like he was a white dude. But maybe it's an instance of, you know, you send the black guy to talk to the sister, so she's more receptive. Who knows?
Get the women more space, but Camille would have to move.
Are you by yourself?
Yeah.
There's a seat back there at 34, but they'll give you all more space.
I don't want to make it a race thing, but instead of asking the two white women that were seated next to me in an attempt to accommodate them, you know, they basically made me have to move. And
Oh my God. They really covered this story. Sisters are fiending for racism. Like, they are longing for it. It's like they wake up and they want to feel that so-called oppression that our ancestors felt. Like, she is fishing for racism. Man, look, women like this are some of the most privileged women on the planet. Light-skinned, nice rack, nice mouth. You know what I mean? Like, she's had hella privilege. If not pretty girl privilege, she had light skin privilege. All right. So she's getting favors from all different types of races. And you see who she ended up with. So for her to just be like, oh, it's racism. Like, come on, sis. You could have just said no. Nah, I'm not giving up my seat. I paid for this seat. I'm fine, though. She can find somewhere else to sit. Boom. Easy as pie.
I just don't know why I had to move because, you know, that was the seat that I paid for.
So Camille moved to her new seat at the back of the plane in row 34. She said she was embarrassed by the experience.
As I'm walking back there, it's just humiliating, you know? It's like having the entire, you know, flight look at you. And
nobody was looking at, I mean, they might have been looking at you because, you know, she's fairly attractive. They might have been looking at your ass, honestly, or your rack, but nobody was like, oh, they're sending the black girl to the back. Like, come on, sis. Come on.
And, you know, everybody's kind of asking what's going on.
After getting back to the Bay Area, Camille spent the next several days trying to contact Delta Airlines.
Submitted a complaint online.
After hours and hours on hold, she finally got a customer service supervisor on the phone who told her,
so how are you humiliated for them to ask you to go to another seat?
You're basically saying that there's nothing that you can do?
No, none of these circumstances, what I'm showing them, no.
Not satisfied with the response, Camille reached out to ABC.
I bet her boyfriend is just like, come on. You know she be dragging it. You ain't finna win no argument with her. She is gonna go to the highest lengths, bruh. Like, this is who you want at the table when they get your order wrong. This is who you want at the table when your food come out cold. Because she gonna call customer service. She gonna call the restaurant. She gonna say they racially profiled your steak. They didn't make it. They made it well done instead of medium. Oh my God.
7 News. After we stepped in, Delta provided the following statement. We are looking into this situation to better understand what happened. Delta has no tolerance for discrimination in any form, and these allegations run counter to our deeply held values of respecting and honoring the diversity of our customers.
And we know that, Delta. You know how we know that? Because you just let a little dark-skinned girl, at that, little black girl fly the damn plane. So in my opinion, y'all good. I'm flying next flight I book, boom, Delta all the way. That's who I'm supporting. Cause we already know that Delta is not on no racist stuff. Come on, bro. You're bugging. The lightest chick on a plane talking about Delta is racist. Man.
Camille feels these words are hollow after her experience.
Me as a black woman, I was displaced.
Is she really black though? I mean, shorty look mixed, and some of these mixed girls try and take the darker skinned woman's clout, or their trap rather. And you could say I'm colorist or whatever, but we all know that shorty is good. She ain't nobody coming up to her on no racist stuff. Ain't nobody, having smoke for her. She probably ain't never have to lift nothing in her life.
To make two white women comfortable. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you think that you'll be flying Delta again?
No, the reason why they made them comfortable is because they paid more for their ticket. Have you ever thought of that? That if they paid for a first class ticket and you paid for an economy ticket and they were misplaced and they wanted a more comfortable seat because they didn't get first class, sounds like to me either you could have said, nah, I'm good, I'm not moving. Or you just gotta chalk this one up to the game.
Never again. Never again.
Julian Glover, ABC 7 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.